Today is a day of contemplation. It is a day of I am stressed and I am going to try to unstress. I wanted to share some news today. I had an appointment in Pittsburgh with a movement disorder neurologist specialist, and I was able to, this was the first time I'm seeing a doctor like this. I've seen neurologists before for all the symptoms that I've been having, but I thought because there's that movement aspect of some of the symptoms that I have, and that was the main thing that was baffling to me, I wanted to just see someone that you never know. Like, maybe they know something. And so I met with this, the specialist. They took a really detailed history, and I was very impressed with how thorough they were. I first met with a fellow because it was a teaching hospital as well, which I always appreciate as well, because you never know, doctors that are still like in the learning process, they tend to be more open and not necessarily more curious, but less jaded. And I appreciated the amount of questions that they asked and how detailed they wanted me to get. This was also the first appointment where I was able to show a video that I had taken of the symptoms.
Feeling weird right now, actually. Oh, that was a tiny one. It wasn't too bad.
Because when I'm sitting in front of them, it's really easy to say, oh yeah, I have this weird spasm here, and I have this weird blah 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 here, and I feel this and that, and they see this and that. But actually showing them the episodes that I have helped a lot. It was a little, what's the word? I don't know if it was disappointing. I know I felt all kinds of feels when they gave me their opinion and their diagnosis. And I'm still trying to process it, honestly. I'm trying to do research. I'm trying to see other people that have been diagnosed with this and what they did to try and get better, treatments, all that, compared to what my neurologist just told me and like the treatments that she said were available to me. Also, just hearing how other people described it helped make me feel better. Because I had to sift through the fact that my own projections and my own stigmas and what they said about me given the diagnosis. So what they said that it is called functional movement disorder, which is basically functional neurological disorder, basically, only with like movement issues as well. The treatment for it, well, first I should say what it really is. From my understanding so far, because I could do tons more research and probably understand it a lot more, functional movement disorder or functional neurologic disorder has a lot to do with the nervous system, and whether due to emotional distress, like PTSD, whether due to an actual injury or an illness, the nervous system is damaged. And certain pathways are not reprogrammed, they're just like altered, I guess is the best way to put it. So they're altered, and your body responds to stimuli in interesting ways. So for example, if I hear a very loud noise, like a loud one without my hearing aid in, I get these weird ear spasms, and it's just like, and it seems to hit a nerve that feels like it goes down the entire left side of my body. In response to that, I might jerk my entire body, despite me not wanting to. Like, I could work really hard at not doing that. But my body, it's just, I wish I could describe it a lot better, but because it's a neurological sensation, it's weird. It's weird. So, yeah. Okay, but going back to the diagnosis, the neurologist was really good at explaining to me and making it known that this is not something that I am controlling. I am not creating this. And yet, I am creating this. My brain is creating this. But there's the whole idea of psychological versus neurological. I don't like that. Psychological versus neurological. Because neurological, big umbrella, psychological falls under it, as well as physiological, physical, all that stuff. Like, it's brain health. Alright, let's look at it like brain health. And my stigma gets in the way of that. Because when I hear it's in your head, you're creating it, your nervous system, I feel this blame. I feel this shame. Like, I should be able to prevent this then. So it has always been in my control. So does that mean I made it? You know, like, and then I blame myself. And that is, it really is a core belief in myself. It had nothing to do with neurologists saying, you did this, you did that, blah, 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 for shame, for shame. It's not that. What she was describing was the fact that honestly, it's kind of like she gave me hope. She was basically saying, your pathways got altered. My cats they're playing. Well, the one is playing with the other. The other is hissing because he's just a grumper pants right now. So if you hear like this little tinkling bell, our new kitty, she has a collar on that has a little bell, and she's just running all over the place. She's absolutely adorable, by the way. She has a cast on her tail. Okay, I digress. So, yes, neurologists gave me hope, basically, by saying that it's a pathway that got confused or altered or distressed. It's also saying that there is room for improvement and regrowth and neuroplasticity, which you might have heard that too, or that term out and about. This gives me hope. And I have been trying to do a lot of things for brain health, like eliminating toxins, introducing exercise. However, I recognize I need more support in that area, because if I stress my body out too much, that's another stimuli that can create all my symptoms. And I haven't found that sweet spot of being able to exercise without causing these symptoms and stressing my body out. So I need to, and I do gentle exercises too, like gentle yoga, but sometimes I just stress it out. There's so many unanswered questions right now. I just got the diagnosis, but actually after doing the research, I'm feeling a lot better about it, because at first I went in thinking, I'm creating this is me, I'm a horrible person, I'm faking it, I'm crazy. And now I'm really understanding that that's not what they're saying. Articles you come across recently, they bring up the fact that in the past, this condition was known as conversion disorder, or this condition was known as hysteria. And as we know, women are hysterical. But that's not necessarily it. Yes, women have a more sensitive nervous system. And so, it makes sense that we would develop these kind of issues, and our pathways are easily altered by environmental stimuli. That just makes a lot of sense. It does. So, I appreciate that. The difference between the fact that it used to be known as hysteria and conversion disorder is that now they are able to start seeing that pathways are altered or destroyed or changed, or that the brain is reacting to something in a way that's not typical. They are actually being able to see that on scans, such as SPECT. You won't see it on MRIs, you won't see it on CT scans. You're not going to see any kind of physical this or that in your brain, unless you get a SPECT scan. There is hope, guys. There is hope. And if you really want to spend the money, you can see how your brain is reacting to stimuli, or you can just trust the fact that your brain is malfunctioning a little bit, and there's nothing physical that describes it. It does not mean that you're making it up. I almost said that it does not mean that it's not in your head, because it is in your head. It's your brain. It's misfiring. It's being special. Magical unicorn you. I'm feeling more empowered now talking to myself and discussing this. I appreciate me. I was feeling depressed before. Before I recorded this video, I was just crying and I was just like, woe is me, and like people are gonna think I'm faking it now. Like, I have to tell people that I have this neurological condition, but you can't see it. You know, that kind of thing. But it makes a lot of sense. And now that I know, okay, this is the idea, now I can kind of pursue the treatments that are supposed to help. And the treatments that are supposed to help include physiotherapy, which I am thinking, I don't know, I need to go see like a consultation, but I know that I could benefit something from strengthening the left side of my body, using my hands more, because I can barely write sometimes. It just gets weird. And anything that's going to help me with my memory. Anything. I don't think I can repair whatever's happening with my vision, seeing colors all the time, and I don't think I'm going to be able to repair my hearing. But hey, you never know, so I'm going to stay open to that. I'm open, and as long as I'm open to treatment, and you do have to believe in the process, even if it kind of feels like a placebo effect, you do have to believe in it, because if you don't, it's probably not going to work, because your mind does have so much power. Like, that psychological aspect is very important, the spiritual aspect as well. You know, like, just believe in the process, go with the flow, see how it goes. It's really easy for your own stigma, your own opinions of yourself and this condition to get in the way. But for now, how about you just go with the flow? And this is advice I'm giving myself right now. On that note, though, I want to start a more regular vlog about how I'm doing with my brain health, how I'm bringing it up to speed. I know a lot of therapies out there that are supposed to help. Not supposed to, that have been proven to help. And I'd like to try it a little bit more. And this is the year that I want to take my health seriously. And now that I have, like, boom, here's a diagnosis that seems to fit. Let's go with it for a little bit, you know. What's the harm in seeing if it helps? So, I want to make this situation meaningful, and I want to share it with other people, being the interwebs, because I know, having just looked at everybody else's videos about this condition, made me feel better, and made me feel more empowered and stronger and able to take on whatever comes my way. And I hope I can provide that comfort for other people as well. So, tune in with me every now and then, see what I'm up to, see what therapies I'm trying, see if I found anything that helped. Yeah. I can tell you right now that I ate food, so my blood sugar is up high. Or not up high, but like normal. And yet I am still feeling just on this side. I am feeling weird, and I thought I would start recording. Dizziness? Okay. I'm gonna say that's it. So I don't know, it's difficult to tell with this, like, is rest gonna help me? Is sleep going to make my brain better? Or is the opposite? Is exercising going to help? And that's something that I know I need extra support in, so that's why I'm going to reach out to physiotherapy kind of stuff, and maybe some naturalists. I've never seen them either, so who knows? I don't know. You don't know. Just stay tuned. Okay. I have to end on my note, though. Like, on that note, stay safe, stay strong, and stay tuned into yourself. Alright. Bye, guys. Woo! Where's the stop button?